I'm Nancy Rhodes with Furniture Affair, and we're here today with our first ever Furniture Affair TV segment. And my special guest is Paul, our visual display artist.
Welcome.
And Paul is going to do a tablescape.
That's right.
Tell me what your inspiration is.
I basically went around and found items within Furniture Affair, something you can do at home, items around your house, and we're going to put together kind of a fall tablescape.
All right, let's get to it.
Most people have baskets around their house, laundry baskets, whatever. I'm going to do this as our centerpiece.
All right.
A little bag of straw, which you can find at any craft store or farmer's yard. We'll just kind of have that spilling out a little. I am originally from the Midwest, so yes, I do have a little bit of farmer in me.
All right. All right, we've got a Halloween pumpkin, but you're going to repurpose him a little bit, aren't you?
You could have them look with a little electric candle inside, but we're just going to kind of turn them around, make them look more like a natural pumpkin.
Oops. Oops. It's all work in progress.
I like to also do height and tiers on a table. So this is going to be our highest point, and then we're just going to layer it down to the lower segments.
And this would work well as a buffet table also.
That's correct. You can go all the way around the table with all the different food items.
That's always my favorite one.
Yeah, I think it's easier to serve people that way. We also have a person who collected a lot of silver, so we're going to add in some silver elements into our fall harvest as well.
This is a really big vintage item right now, is old silver pieces.
Yeah. And I know there's a lot of wives out there who have hunters as husbands, so we're going to steal one of the husband's trophies, a pheasant for fall, and use him as our centerpiece.
You know I love him. He has such great color.
He does.
Or it might be her.
A lot of fall colors.
I'll stand here. I can do this while you do that.
I also have some pheasant feathers.
Where did you find your pheasant feathers?
At the store.
All right.
You never know what you're going to find here. There's items you would never know that are here.
Do you blame that on me for going around to estate sales all the time?
Well, I don't blame you. We encourage it. Get you out of the store.
Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. Some of my treasures are frowned upon, especially by Jen. All right, some great.
This is
our pretend fall for Arizona.
This is our pretend fall. Yeah, we don't get the trees like they do up in the East Coast and the Midwest.
Okay, now tell me about this that you're adding the green. I probably wouldn't remember.
I don't like to use a lot of hardscapes into a piece. I like to have soft and what I call hard. The silverware, the place settings, your dishes would all be hardscapes. And you like to soften it up, like with the straw, the feathers, some greenery. And that brings in that softer element.
Now this is the part I would miss completely, is because I would forget this part. But you know, we had a designer here once that would famously do all types of tablescapes with what he called roadage. And he would go out and actually, I would drive and he would have the clippers. And this is the great kind of stuff. If you want the real thing, just drive fast. And don't cut it right out of their yard, like along the edge of their yard. But we get some good roadage out back here too.
That is true.
Okay, your trip to the farmer's market.
Yeah, we're going to bring in the smaller pumpkins and gourds that you can find at your local farmer's market. And just randomly scatter them in a lengthwise, because that's where your runner is going.
And you know, Paul, what I like about this is, you know, I could probably do this now. Because now that I've seen it done, it's really very easy, and there's, other than this lovely pheasant, there's nothing you probably don't have.
That's right. And you don't have to be exact. I like things to be random. That's how you would find them in nature. You can add as much or as little of the gores as you want.
Now, should I be doing more of these feathers, or do they belong down here?
You can put a few feathers within the
All right, don't let me mess it up. I love feathers. Okay.
All right.
Did I do it okay?
You did. And then we're going to also add in our hardscape. Like we said, we're going to add in some of the vintage silver pieces that go with our buffet background.
Now that, too, I wouldn't think of, but I really like that.
Think in terms of how your table's going to be set up and, what you're using.
Well, it's a found object. It's what I think, you don't just get a cookie cutter look. You get that found object.
You get more of a vintage look to it.
Which is so popular now.
These are some newer items in the store that look vintage. And they're great heart pieces. The hearts open up.
Ooh,
and then to finish
more
off
feathers.
I don't have the place settings, but the napkins, we've got more feathers done with the napkins.
Well, I'm doing this as a buffet myself because I don't want to have to set all those place settings.
If you were doing place settings, just kind of try to tie it in a little bit with your napkins.
Silver would look good.
Silver wood. You could do some vintage pieces. You've seen the old forks and spoons they roll. Those could work really great with that.
That would be great.
And then to finish off,
oh yeah, now this is the perfect
the
finishing
hostess
touch.
has to be tied into the table setting.
I would definitely wear this.
I know you would.
Great job, Paul.
And that's how you do a false scape.